Warning, warning! Two idiots are reading the SCP files over the intercoms. Please cover your ears and await further instructions.
Hi, and welcome to the SCP podcast. My name is Nats. Tanhony's sick this week, so I'm going to be reading some SCPs with my good buddy Darnell.
Who's Not?
My name's Nat, that's me.
Who's Not?
I'm from California.
I don't know. I don't get this reference. Who is this?
Me, it's Nat.
Who are you?
I'm It's Tanhony backwards.
Not? Well, you know not what I'm capable of. Ha!
Nat is now dead. I'm Tanhony again now.
Yeah. I simply reversed him. With but a flick of my fingers, I've inverted Tanhony's essence.
So we've sort of scared away all the potential listeners at this point. So
yeah.
we've sifted out the filth, and we have the loyal listeners with us now.
These intros are the reason my dad couldn't watch an episode of this podcast. I tried, and he was like, "This is stupid." Wow. He couldn't get to the first SCP.
And he killed you?
No, he just couldn't get to it. He's like, "Turn it off."
R.I.P.
My dad doesn't like anything I do, though.
We have four SCPs today.
No, I didn't mean to make it dramatic. Yes, we have 4 SCPs. Did we go back to season 1?
We are back in the wastelands of season 1, I'm afraid.
I hate you.
Why?
Can't wait to read 4 more Dr. Gears SCPs.
None of them are from Dr. Gears, I don't think.
I say that like Dr. Gears SCPs are bad. They're not. It's just like all we read. Tanhony's a big fanboy. Dr. Gears, if you're listening, Tanhony has told me that ever since he was but a small child, he wanted to be just like you.
I never said this.
He said, ever since I started on the SCP Wiki, I wanted to be like Mr. Dr. Gears. Much so that I've tried to make my accent more American-like.
Why am I talking like that, then?
Because that was you put mask off. This current voice of yours is merely a facade.
What are you talking about?
I told you what I'm talking about. Don't act dumb with me.
So we have so all the ones we're going to read today are sort of related.
Oh, okay.
So there's a little story arc that's going to be put together here.
Okay. So like usual.
Yeah. These are a bit more closely related than usual because sometimes it's just a theme we have.
Mm-hmm.
But this time this is big SCP hours.
I hope it's not 4 more little misters again.
Yeah, it's just the rest of the little misters. I'll probably get them out of the way. No.
Yeah. So what? After this, are we going to go back to season 2 starting next episode, or are we just never leaving season 1?
I haven't decided yet. Probably we might dip our toes into both because there's some that go across both series.
Soka, I see. Okay,
and this is.
Hey, did you know bananas are in saturated fat?
I didn't know this. Why would you? Are you eating a banana now?
Well, I ate one and I logged it in my little fitness app, and it said that, and I just thought that was a pleasant fact.
Well, how does it know about that banana that you just ate?
Well, every banana is the same.
After what I did.
What?
Well, after what I did to it, how can it still be accurate?
What did you do to it?
So our first SCP today is SCP-076.
What did you do to my banana?
And this one is by...
Wait, what number is it? 076?
Yeah.
We already read this!
No, we didn't!
Yes, we did!
What is it then?
Oh, never mind. Which one was the pen then? 067?
I think so. Yeah, that was the pen.
Oh,
so SCP-076, and this one is by Mr. Kane Pathos Crow.
Kane Pathos Crow. Let's take a look to make sure Tan's not lying.
Profile image.
I can't see. Wait, I have to refresh. Why is it glitching? I can't click history.
Are you okay?
Tanhony, fix my computer at once. Why can't I open the history?
As you can
see, the files?
It's an extremely dangerous SCP. It has already destroyed you.
Why can't I open the history? Oh, there it goes.
Yeah, calm down.
I was getting mad. All right, what's his name?
Kane Pathos.
That is a very good profile picture. Where have I seen that before?
What do you mean it's not very good? It's a dog in a suit with glasses.
No, I said it is very good.
Okay.
Although he's not the one who wrote it. The first one was anonymous.
Oh yeah, but that was like the day before, and then he edited it for the rest of time. So, well, I think he did write it. I think it's been rewritten at some point, so I'm not sure of the full history here.
Well, it's just shady to me. I don't trust it.
Well, Okay, you don't have to. This is what our historic team has come up with. But as you can see, it's a number. It's got quite a good rating. It's 1226, and you can
Yeah,
actually see
that's
we have
better
a
than
little-
most of whatever you've written, so must be good.
You're dead.
How are you number 9 on the site again?
And it's actually part of something that on the wiki that was called the SCP Foundation Heritage Collection. You can see that little gold badge on the rating module as well.
Wait, that actually sounds official. What is that?
That's like things that were really early SCPs that some other stuff got based on. So
I assume this was one of the first one because it's 2008. Oh, 173's on here.
Yeah.
Wow, there's only a handful of them.
yeah, they don't do it anymore though.
The stairwell's on here. Well, I
Yes.
imagine they don't do it anymore. You said it's the basis. It would not make sense to give
Yeah.
it to new ones.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get into it. So
They were all inaugurated the same day.
and as you can see from that page, this one is called SCP-076 Able. That's the name of it.
Able. Yes. For God's sake, man. Those people guarding him deserve to know exactly what he is and what he did. What we did.
What?
How we fucked up so they'll know better.
You're skipping ahead.
Oh, no, I wasn't. I clicked the golden badge, and on that list, that's what it said.
Okay. Well,
That was
let's,
the quote.
okay, let's get into it.
Okay.
So this is from. We're going to start off with a note this time.
Oh my God! You know what this doctor is that it's from?
Oh Jesus!
Monkey D. Luffy.
Director Maria Jones, Record Keeping and Information Security Administration. So that's I think we've heard RISA before as a acronym, but that's what it stands for.
I've never heard RISE as an acronym. This is new to me.
Okay, well maybe I'm talking about shit, but there's an acronym called RISA, and that's what it means.
Okay.
So and it's about a revision of the SCP file. So blank.
Mm-hmm.
I have to go on record as saying that I seriously reject the proposed revisions of the SCP-076 Special Containment Procedures file.
Wait, quick note. So the intro is blank, comma, but don't we already know that this is to Maria Jones?
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's saying there then.
That's weird. Is it like, fuck? That's all I can think of that would be censored.
I know that redact all important stuff already claims it's a security risk, but you and I both know that it's just top brass trying to sweep their biggest and most embarrassing mistake ever under the damn rug. Omega-7 happened. It existed. Those people died because you screwed up, and you can't change that no matter how hard you try to hide it.
Man, this guy's mean.
For God's sake, man, these people guarding him deserve to know exactly what he is and what he did. What we did. How we fucked up, so they'll know better.
Oh, it's the line!
Yeah. That's why I was startled when you suddenly read it out. And now we get into
Alright.
the actual file. Item number.
Yes.
SCP-076. Object class Keta. Special containment procedures. Containment area 25B is to be located 200 meters below sea level, tunneled out of solid bedrock in a seismologically stable area. Sole access to the containment facility is to be through a vertical elevator shaft separated every 50 meters with a reinforced blast door, constructed of 20 centimeters thick material shielding. Elevator shafts shall be flooded with seawater when not in use.
SCP really likes to flood things.
Yeah.
Like, oh, just keep it in seawater forever. They did that with one of the Machine God things. They did it with Melty Man. What was the Machine God thing they did it to? Do you remember what I'm talking about?
Yeah, 882 I think it was.
Yeah, the one that kept eating stuff. They really just like to soak stuff in seawater.
Okay, so Containment Area 25B is to be constructed with the following components. An outer
Actually, oh, I'm so sorry for interrupting, but that just gave me a thought.
Mhm.
So, we know that they like to cover dangerous stuff in seawater, right?
Right?
And you think about that tale with the Mariana Trench where they covered the whole world in seawater.
Ooh. Thematic. It's like poetry, it rhymes.
It really is.
So it has a outer security perimeter against outside threats, staffed by security personnel trained in close quarters battle and counter-intrusion tactics. An administrative and support area consisting of support facilities and living quarters for on-site personnel.
Nice.
A primary containment zone consisting of a 7-meter cube encased in 1.5 meter of reinforced material. It's designed to be flooded and drained as needed, and should remain filled with seawater unless access to contents is required.
Okay, so I assume that's where whatever this thing actually is kept.
A 150 meter killing corridor.
Is that because they didn't have the rights to the name Killing Floor?
Which is to be the sole access to the primary containment zone from the administrative and support area, including water, power, drainage, and ventilation lines. The walls and floor of the corridor to be reinforced in a similar manner to the PCZ, with the addition of an electric deterrent system capable of delivering a 20,000 volt shock.
You're one of those people. You say Z is Z.
Yeah, I'm English.
You're British. No, I'm kidding.
So,
Continue.
so a security station located at the entrance to... What did I do to that sentence?
A security station?
I said a security station lotted. Security station located at the entrance to the killing corridor is to be staffed with no fewer than 3 armed security personnel on watch at any point in time. Armament is to include, but not be limited to, at least 1 blank CIWB system on a pintle mount with a clear line of sight down the corridor, with a plexiglass screen to protect the operator from thrown weapons.
What's a CIW system and what's a pintle mount?
I don't know.
Let me look it up. CIW system.
Let's find out.
That is a close-in weapon system. Oh, so that'd be like guns that detect stuff and shoot.
Oh.
And then a pintle mount is... Oh, it's like one of those gun mounts like you see on top of trucks and stuff.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like the turrets in Half-Life. Okay.
In the event of a full breach, all on-site staff are to proceed immediately to the closest security station for weapons and armor distribution. Staff will remain at alert condition 1 until SCP-076-2 is confirmed neutralized.
I know they mean like guns and vests and whatever, but I'm just imagining they're like, all right, and they put on the night gear and take their swords.
I challenge you, sir!
I challenge you to combat SCP-076.
Should 90 minutes pass after declaration of full breach without a stand-down order being given by level 4 or higher personnel, final contingency measures will be activated, flooding the entire facility in sealed water and sealing off the access shaft for a minimum of 24 hours before retrieval is attempted. This will, by necessity, result in the deaths of all on-site staff.
Wow, that seems extreme. Also, I guess seawater just solves everything.
If you have a lot of it, it solves most problems, yes, I found.
I actually kind of like the idea of like kind of like how in like mythological lore, salt protects from demons, just seawater fends off SCPs. Back ye! The ocean water shall halt your... I don't know. I lost the word I was looking for.
Path. So let's get into the description then. So what do we think of it so far?
I think that whatever it is weak to water, so it's probably a fire type. Based on the fact that it needs to kill and be gunned down, I would consider it's really strong. So if I had to guess so far, I think it's probably Charizard.
Okay. So description. 076 consists of 2 components, a stone cube, SCP-076-1, it's Minecraft, and a humanoid entity contained within SCP-076-2.
So exactly Minecraft.
Yeah, and that's Minecraft Steve.
Oh, it's even 3-meter cube, which is Minecraft proportions.
So SCP-076-1 is a 3-meter cube made of black speckled metamorphic stone.
Obsidian.
All surfaces outside and within it are covered in deeply engraved patterns corresponding to no known civilizations. Radioisotope analysis indicates the object is approximately 10,000 years old.
Oh, that's something I learned about in chemistry. Do you know what that is?
That's like dating.
Yes, based on half-lives, which is when...
Gordon Freeman!
No, which is like when there's a estimated half-life where...
I love GLaDOS.
I think it's like when an electron drops off or like a neutron or something.
The cake is a lie. Hell
and you
yeah.
can... Okay, never mind. I can't get past your references. Just continue.
I'm sorry. It's not even Half-Life.
Yeah. I was just trying to explain a cool science to you.
I'm sorry. A door is located on one side, sealed with a lock 0.5 meters in width, surrounded by 20 smaller locks in a circular pattern. As of yet, none of the keys have been found, making the door impossible to lock once closed.
Oh, scary.
Interior temperature is approximately 93 Kelvin. Is that hot?
Oh, that's really cold. No. So Kelvin is Celsius plus 273 degrees tan. So that means this is negative 180 Celsius.
Cold boy.
Yeah, it's very cold.
There's a snowman in there.
0 Kelvin, for reference, is supposed to be absolute zero, as cold as it could ever get.
That's like
Space
time
is
stop,
slightly
right?
above that. Yeah, yes. So this is really fucking cold.
And cannot be altered by any means, internal or external. Directly in the centre of the room is a 2.13 metre tall stone coffin, held in place and sealed shut by several chains of unknown make and substance, which are attached to the inner corners of 076-1.
Sounds menacing.
I know. SCP-076-2 resembles a lean Semitic human male in his late 20s. Hair is black,
so Hebrew.
and eyes are grey, skin tone olive. Subject is 1.96 meters in height and 81.65 kilograms in weight. Numerous tattoos depicting arcane and occult iconography are present all over the body, mostly in the form of leering demonic faces, and ranges from subtle to openly ostentatious. Subject, when encased within 076-1, is technically dead. However, occasionally 076-2 will awaken, effectively reanimating, complete with all vital processes needed to sustain a living human being. Subject will then attempt to leave 076-1. If successful, subject will enter a trance state and seek out the nearest human being, ignoring all other living things in the process. Upon coming in contact with living humans, 076-2 will enter a rage state in which it attempts to engage and kill all human beings encountered. To date, only the subject's death has been shown to be effective in ending these rampages. So,
Oh god.
terminating it is often problematic.
This thing, it sounds kind of like that character from Fate, the Avenger guy.
Right,
You-
yeah.
Do you know his name?
Yeah, yeah.
Who was he?
Angry...
He also had tattoos everywhere and was an angry Hebrew man.
yeah, I know who you mean.
Yeah, sounds like that.
So, terminating 076-2 is often problematic due to its significant physical abilities.
Oh god, it has superpowers, doesn't it?
Subject has superhuman strength and speed.
Fuck!
Oh, shit. And although not invulnerable, has shown a remarkable ability to ignore pain and shock, pressing on despite what would be bad wounds in normal humans.
Debilitating wounds in normal humans.
Prior encounters have shown that 076-2 has the ability to, among other things, rip through a reinforced steel security door over the course of 4 minutes of sustained assaults,
Oh god.
clear over 64 meters of distance in under 3 seconds.
Hi-yi!
This is just like Sephiroth.
Yeah, pretty much. It sounds so anime. I can't take it seriously.
He is an anime villain. Take multiple 50 caliber BMG rounds to the head and survive for several minutes to continue killing, despite severe damage to cerebellum. Swats handguns and assault rifle caliber bullets out of the air with a length of steel rebar. Survive for, oh my god, he was like a fucking Jedi. Survive for over 1 hour deprived of oxygen before finally asphyxiating. SCP-076-2's most unusual ability, however,
Oh my god!
is its ability to apparently materialize bladed weapons.
Literally is a fake character! My unlimited blade works!
No!
Let me show them to you, Shiro boy.
Slow motion video footage reveals that the blades in question are actually pulled from a miniature dimensional rift described as a small hole in space. I've got a problem with this. How do you know it's dimensional? Who's worked this out? What proof do we have?
They don't have any proof.
Okay, so
You know what's
this is a
funny,
bit. This
Dan?
is 2008. You have to have a little bit of mercy here.
I had a realization earlier, right?
Yeah.
I was talking to my doctor, and I was mentioning how I was going to get tarantula,
Yeah,
and,
Dr.
and how
Gears.
they don't have feelings. And he's like, "How do people know they can't show affection?" Which is a reasonable question. We don't even know animals' emotions. So how does SCP know half the shit they just state in files, like a dimensional rift? Like, how would you know that?
Yeah, how do you know?
I feel like that's a little bit of mix on the writer's part. They're forgetting the perspective they're writing from.
I can forgive it. I can forgive it because it's 12 years old.
So if something's old enough, it gets forgiven. That's how all your SCPs get a pass, huh?
Yeah. Where this portal leads is unknown.
I'm sorry, I'm being so mean for no reason.
As is how it is capable of generating said rifts. Footage of the blades in question shows being made of a completely non-reflective black material, appearing as a black void in space. These are quote marks. Who said this?
It's so chuny.
It is very...
The Dark Flame Master.
No, hold on. There is a tuning on stuff here, because this is a quote. Who said this?
The Black Void in space.
One of the scientists is the tuning here.
Yeah, all these scientists are like, oh yes, 3 meters of radioisotope dating. And he's like,
Swords.
the Black Void in space. Just the one scientist with the eye patch who puts his hand over his head. And he's like, this world, only I can secure it.
As the blades rapidly vanish after leaving the subject's possession, no structural analysis is possible at this time.
I love how it took us like 5 minutes to get through that one bullet point because I kept making
It was a lot, though. It has effectively been killed several times in various manners. Those are sustained fire from multiple heavy caliber machine guns, asphyxiation, crushed between a 13.6 metric ton piece of elevator equipment for use on SCP-076-1, cremation through the use of a Thermate's TH3 grenade placed directly inside its open chest cavity.
Now that's anime!
What badass did that?
I'm imagining, like, the sensei cut open a hole in the chest and fell, and he's like, finish it! And then he's like, I'll finish it! And he put the grenade in the chest, and it just exploded.
During the worst breach to date, Containment Area 25, which previously housed 076, was forced to detonate its on-site warhead as a last attempt to contain it while it was attempting escape, resulting in total destruction of the site and all on-site personnel.
So, here's what interests me. Mm-hmm. And there's still a little bit left, so maybe get answered. But the way that letter guards, it's like, this is our organization's worst mistake. Did they make him?
We will find out. 076-1 survived. So the box survived. Upon death, -2's remains will putrefy rapidly until reduced to dust. 076-1 on the coffin will then slam shut with great force, and a lock will rotate, sealing it shut. -2 will then reform within the coffin, a process taking anywhere from 6 hours to 25 years. What posthumous analysis of 076-2 exists shows that it's an internal system highly different from our own, documented in Data Expunged. Additional, 076 was found in Blank, Mongolia, in 18 Blank by archaeologists from England. All members of the expedition were subsequently killed on the return voyage home. 076 was recovered from the ship... I was checking that then to see if it said, like, Mary Celeste, but that wouldn't make any sense. By the Blank Society, one of the organisations that later merged into the modern Global Occult Coalition.
Oh, hey, we know them!
Yeah, that's a nice little bit of lore there.
Wow, isn't this an early as fuck SCP too?
Yeah, Global Occult Coalition's pretty long running, yeah.
Wow, I thought they were introduced in the chair one.
I'm not sure where they're actually introduced, but I thought that was like the best way to sort of get an introduction to them.
Yeah.
And placed on display in the Inner Sanctum. I would love to have an Inner Sanctum.
Don't we all? That's how you know you're both rich and a complete villain, is when you have an inner sanctum.
I would be so mad if I was rich and I wasn't in the Illuminati.
Yeah, you were just in, like, the shitty Illuminati.
What is the point of being rich unless you can sit in, like, a council room and be mysterious?
Yeah. With 10 holographic web screens of, like, old men.
No, they just have to have, like, numbers on them or something.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3.
And all the voices have to be like, what do we do about blah, 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 blah.
What a question, indeed. What do you think, Tanhony?
We're getting away from the point here. Why would they use my real name?
I don't know, because you aren't cool enough to have a number because you're newly rich.
Oh, I see.
You have to earn the number.
I'm like that lady from Titanic.
Yeah.
So we've pinballed across multiple media.
Sorry, where were we? Oh yeah, right after Inner Sanctum. SCP-076 remained.
In storage for blank years.
Double blank for years.
Yeah, so, okay. Until 076-2 became active and escaped on blah blah blank. The reason for its activation is currently unknown, but it was at this point that keys to the outer shell were lost. A massive manhunt lasting over 3 years and blank took place until it was incapacitated by blank, killing it and causing it to reform inside -1.
Here's what annoys me on the censoring of the date, is we know that it was discovered in the 1800s, so we already know the year has to be after that, so why blank the first two numbers?
I'm not sure. Killing it and causing it to reform inside -1, by then retrieved and secured by agents of the SCP Foundation.
Damn.
Subject was in custody for 3 more years under constant supervision and was terminated whenever it became active, though it occasionally was able to escape for short periods of time, either due to security breaches, often caused by attacks from other organizations. Foundation's death toll due to this was data expunged. So a lot just got expunged there.
Yeah,
so
and we still have an addendum, it looks like.
After the last incident, the current procedures regarding 076 were implemented, though they were upgraded regularly with the increase in technological standards.
Maybe I shouldn't have interrupted so much if I knew how long this would be.
So, there's Addendum 076-2, which
Should we read this before I give my total thoughts?
No, we're going to save that for last, actually.
Okay. So save my thoughts for last or the addendum?
I thought, but you could give your thoughts so far, because that's sort of an extra thing.
Okay. So, I know we made fun of it. This does sound very anime villain.
Yeah, everyone agrees with you.
And granted, this was one of the first SCPs, so, it's not like he's being unoriginal. This was in 2008. No one had done it yet. but I still find it kind of funny because he basically just made a supervillain. And given the implications from that first letter, it's assumed that someone in the Foundation created him or powered him up or something. That being said, I do like it for a number of reasons. One, for an early SCP, it took a lot of care to use a lot of scientific like wording and like document type stuff. Like it mentioned radioisotope dating. It mentioned, like number of volts, asphyxiation, different methods of killing. A lot of early SCPs, from my knowledge, tended to be pretty simple. Like, remember, Peanut's containment was like it's in a room. So I want to give this credit where credit is due. This probably set the groundwork for a lot more high effort in SCPs.
You will not find many people who disagree with you in terms of the anime.
I like it a lot, partially because of the anime-ness, admittedly, but also I don't know. I just really like that concept of like they have to. I could totally see that being like an episode of an SCP show or a movie where like there's an epic battle and they have to sacrifice themselves to defeat him, and then they put him back in the seawater. That'd be pretty cool. I'll give this one a 9 out of 10. I like it.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
So our next one here is SCP-073.
Oh, we're not doing the addendum?
We're doing that last.
Oh, that's peculiar. Okay,
yeah, so
let's do the next one.
Yeah, we're just going to note the name of it before we move on, though. It is so the name of the addendum is Project Able and Mobile Task Force Omega 7.
Wait, what's it called?
So it's called Project Able and Mobile Task Force Omega 7, that addendum.
Able... Oh, yeah, that's the addendum, yes.
Yeah.
Sorry, I thought you were listing the new SCP.
Yeah, so let me get the link to the new one for you.
How far in are we, by the way? Will we have time to do all 4 of these?
Yeah.
Should I interrupt less? 073, only 3 away from the last one.
Yeah, and this one is called Cain.
Mm-hmm. Oh, God. Cain and Abel, so that's who he is he's Abel from the Bible.
Okay, so item...
Is that what's going on, Tan?
It's an interpretation of that. It's not a one-to-one thing. And this one is
from...
Well,
they spelled Abel wrong if that's what it is, because that Abel's A-B-E.
Apparently that is intentional. I'm not sure what it means, though.
Okay.
So this one is by Far 2, I think. Although Far 2 is another one of those people who ported a lot of things over from an older version of the wiki, so I'm not sure if he actually wrote it or if he brought it over from...
Is this one Cain, C-A-N-E, or C-A-I-N?
C-A-I-N.
So it is Cain from the Bible for sure, unlike Abel. Did he maybe perhaps do this to his brother Abel? Although that's strange, because Cain's the one who was cursed with marks and stuff, not Abel.
Okay, let's find out. So item number SCP-073, object class Euclid. Special containment procedures. It's to be kept in a two-room cell furnished with all non-organic furniture and items, and a bathroom. Subject is allowed to freely wander the facility and eat in the main canteen. Tracking device to be attached to OMP's person is not to be removed. Subject is disallowed any contact with the surface and is not allowed outside the facility. It's allowed no contact with plant-based SCPs under any circumstances. Violence is not to be used against it under any circumstances. It's currently kept in Site-17.
See, that makes me think more like Cain from the Bible, because he was given a mark that was like, tell all of humanity not to hurt him, or else they'd get cursed. So it would make sense if it was Cain from the Bible that you can't use violence, because God's curse would probably fuck you up.
Nice Bible pull.
Yeah.
So, description.
Yeah, I know my Bible lore.
Badass. SCP-073 appears to be a heavily tanned male of Arabic or Middle Eastern descent in his early 30s, 185 centimeters tall, and 75 kilograms.
Oh, nice not reading the imperial measures, huh?
No,
even though they're right there.
I only read the correct ones, with black hair and blue eyes.
Oh.
Arms, legs, spinal cord, and shoulder blades of the subject appear to be replaced with artificial versions of unknown make and metal. Subject only takes notice of this when it's pointed out, and states it has no knowledge of how, why, or when these replacements took place, stating it had them as long as it could remember. There is a symbol engraved into the forehead of the subject, which appears to be of Sumerian origin.
I would take that to be the mark of God, because he was marked so people wouldn't mess with him.
Right, yeah. Symbol has, as of yet, been untranslated, and subject appears distressed when the symbol is mentioned at all, refusing to speak on it. Subject does need to eat and drink on a regular basis, but is strictly carnivorous owing to its effect on plant-based items. SCP-073, which refers to itself as Cain, is generally polite and genial to all who speak to it, though it has been described as being cold and somewhat mechanical in its speech. It is very helpful and enjoys aiding personnel in their daily actions, whatever they may be. Good boy. It has highly detailed knowledge of ancient...
Well, one note that's interesting to me is they mention he's a heavily tanned male, but they keep calling him it. Is that just an SCP thing, or is that like special to the article?
That's usually an SCP thing.
Okay.
It has highly detailed knowledge of ancient to recent events in history, and most commonly spoke languages in the world, including ones that have since died out. Subject is professed to having a photographic memory, remembering word for word all text in an 800-page dictionary that was flipped through in a minute and a half. It scored above average in all intelligence tests given to it. Its presence is inimical to any and all life grown in soil.
How does that work? Inimical. Tending to obstruct or harm.
Yeah, so any and all life grown in soil, causing death to any such life within a 20-metre radius. Any land it is walked on, and any within the 20-metre radius, becomes barren as all anaerobic bacteria dies, rendering the soil incapable of supporting life until new bacteria are introduced.
That is interesting, and also, I love the biology.
Anything that is derived from soil-grown life, such as wood and paper, immediately rots and disintegrates upon touch of SCP-073. But, hold on, he read the book, though. The dictionary. What's going on here?
That is... I maybe they had it on, like, a Kindle.
Yeah, I'm going to assume that was the case. Further affected derivatives include anything hydroponically grown. Violence directed towards it reflects any damage inflicted on it directly back onto the attacker, although it visibly remains unharmed. This applies to any damage directed at 073. Bolding any there, so we know it's serious.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's to make sense of the next line.
Yeah, this applies to any damage directed at SCP-073. Attempts to get tissue and blood samples have proven futile. When the procedures were initiated, personnel carrying out the action felt a sensation of whatever was applied to it, and wound up with a sample of their own blood or tissue. Despite that, all actions were directed solely at SCP-073. Indirect damage from a medium also results in the person perpetrating the action receiving the wounds caused. Although SCP-073 receives no actual harm from damage to its person, it has stated that it still feels the pain of the action and has politely asked researchers to abstain from overly harmful actions to its person. So additional notes. It was found in a New York Police Department in 19 blank, having been taken in after subjects had been found amidst the bodies of several violent gang members. SCP-073 told police members that the gang had attempted to make sport of it, but became angry and attempted to kill it, resulting in their own demise. Make sport of it is like the deadliest game. We will hunt man tonight, fellows.
Very, very interesting. I like this a lot, Mr. Tanhony.
It was incarcerated and was deemed a John Doe when NYPD could not find any information on it. It came to the attention of the Foundation for a routine inspection of John Does and was subsequently released into our custody. So Addendum 073-1. So in light of its indestructible nature, photographic memory, and general will to please, High Command have deemed that all information should be backed up on SCP-073, ensuring it is not lost in the event of a catastrophe. While its action has met with mixed responses, it has agreed and sworn itself to secrecy on its part.
What is his containment procedures again? Oh, just a normal room.
Yeah. So I don't know if I would trust you with
I
all
was
that
going to think,
info.
like, for how amicable he is, I would be mad if he was, like, in a 5x5 cell.
He's like, oh, that's just, like, chill, I guess.
Yeah, he's just vibing. You know what would be really cool is if they made him a researcher, because... Oh my god! Tan!
What?
This is how you beat 682!
Maybe.
Why haven't they tried that? I want to check the logs for that. Remind me. Alexa, set reminder to check logs for 073.
Okay.
Thanks, Alexa.
Addendum 073-2. When information concerning SCP-076 was brought to the attention of 073 for backing up, subject showed familiarity with the information, though was disinclined to adding to it, despite the fact that it stated it already knew all about SCP-076.
Yes, it's Cain and Abel. You know what that means, Tan?
What?
These were probably written by the same person, which means it's probably safe to assume the author isn't the guy who moved it over, but the guy who authored the last one.
Yeah, I also thought that, but he was the first guy on the history, so I wanted to be safe.
Okay.
It then stated it would be better for all parties involved that it not meet SCP-076. So, Addendum 073-3, examination of the unidentified metal on 073 has suggested that it is beryllium bronze, a metal that has been documented as being utilised by various anomalous cultures and entities. Most notably, beryllium bronze is a component found in SCP-1216, 1427, 2481, and 2711. Where I checked those out today, there's just something bit of lore, I guess. In light of this discovery, the Foundation began working in an attempt to trace the origin of beryllium bronze and how it initially spread through the world. When prompted, SCP-073 was able to provide information that suggests that beryllium bronze originated in the Middle East, though the exact point of origin has yet to be determined. Further research into the origin of the bronze is currently ongoing.
So are any of those SCPs we've already looked at?
I don't believe so now.
Okay.
So that is something that comes up later. Like usually when there's a few anomalous like historical cultures and stuff, and a lot of the time. So
beryllium bronze is just a straight up SCP made up thing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay, so what do we think of 073?
I like it. I really do. It's clearly Cain from the Bible. If you've ever read the Bible, there's no doubt. It matches. Unlike Abel, who is actually the guy from Fate, whose name I can't remember. I'm going to look it up. Fate Jewish Avenger. What was his name?
I don't know if he's Jewish.
He is.
I don't think so.
Fate Avenger. I hate that Fate has the name Fate because it makes it really hard to find the things I need to know. His name was Angramanu. Okay, that's who I was thinking of. That's basically what he is.
Okay.
All right, so this one, I like it. I especially like it paired up with Abel. Tan, you may not have known this. I don't know if it was intentional or not, but I happen to be Christian, and I'm not going to get religious. Don't worry. But I love like stories from the Bible, so this is very entertaining for me. I really like this take.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in Series 1 specifically that is a lot like Bible weirdness.
Yeah, this is also why I wanted to do like a biblical angel SCP that I talked to you about. If no one else has already done that.
There's a few, but there's always different ways you can go with it.
Yeah. Okay. All right, so what's next?
Okay, so next
is it going to be Adam and Eve? Don't tell me.
So next we have SCP-105, which is called Iris. So it's another sort of human SCP.
Iris like the goddess?
No.
Oh, Iris like a camera, I guess.
Yeah, and this one is by...
So how is this one related to Cain and Abel from the Bible?
This one is by, I think, Lieutenant Masipag, who I don't think I've actually ever spoken to. Or
so you're just not cool enough, right?
Yeah.
He's the only one that wrote it, and then he never edited it. Everyone else edited it.
Everyone else who edited it is now deleted.
Yeah.
The curse.
That's the real curse of this SCP. What would be really meta is if you made an SCP that was like, you never say it directly, but you basically hint that it's the SCP wiki, and everything that's written, anyone can write in it, and everything that's written in it becomes real. That would be a cool SCP. You should do that before someone else who listens to this podcast does.
Yeah,
like it's some sort of internet like wiki gathering, and whenever people write a strange creature and it gains enough approval from other users, once it hits an X rating number, it becomes real, and then they have to capture said units. So like to close the site, they like intercept it, kind of like the FBI does pirating sites. And sorry, I'm getting off track. We should be reading this SCP, not creating one.
Okay, yes. Okay, so
sorry.
SCP-105.
I got really excited.
And I know you like to look through the files. You'll see that it has had quite a few images in the past. It's gone through a few.
Why did they get taken down?
Usually because they weren't sort of copyright compliant.
So are they all of the SCP?
Yes.
Oh yeah, they're just different cameras. All right.
Okay, so object class safe. Special containment procedures. It's implanted with a tracking device and currently housed at Site 17, same as Cain, I believe. SCP-105 is currently allowed Class 3 restricted socialization privileges for approved site personnel.
What does that mean? Are those rated the class level socialization privileges?
I guess so, yeah.
I've never heard that term before. Are you familiar with it?
No, I do not believe it appears outside this article, if I'm honest.
Okay.
Granted based on continued good behavior and cooperation with Foundation personnel.
It can have a little conversation as a treat.
SCP-105's personal camera, designated 105-B, is contained in a locked safe deposit box at Site 19's high-value item storage facility. Standard positive action defenses, explosive, chemical, biological, mimetic, are to be placed in all times while 105-B is within containment. SCP-105 and 105-B or any other camera are only to be allowed to come in contact with approval of the current managing researcher. Okay, so there's a lot of stuff going on with cameras here.
Yeah. Very interesting.
So, description. SCP-105, formerly known as Iris Thompson, is a female human of European descent. Records indicate that SCP... That's a big place, Europe, but okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I assume based on the image, because she's like a blonde girl, that would be like the Scandinavian area.
Yeah, I guess so. Records indicate that SCP-105 was born in blank, but we're making her blank years old. So we know it was this century, so you don't have to cover the whole thing, but okay.
Yeah, because she has a fucking personal camera.
And we also know
This is why I hate SCP.
Whoa.
I know, I mean, I don't hate it, but you know what I mean? Like, it's so excessive with the censoring.
That's a bit silly, but okay.
Like, is it really that important how old she is?
It's like, we can also figure out that, well, we don't have to cover the first two numbers of date specifically, is what I was talking about.
Is someone like, she's 25, now we can do something that'll ruin everything? Like, does that matter?
Yeah, at the time of acquisition, she had blonde hair and blue eyes. At the time of this article, is 1.54 meters in height and 50 kilograms in weight.
See, if anything, I'm surprised they didn't redact the weight, because I don't think most women would want their weight as public information.
Ooh. Well, this isn't
on a
public.
written document.
Okay, but... So she does not appear to have any out-of-the-ordinary physical characteristics and appears to be, for all intents and purposes, a normal human being in good health.
Oh, yay.
105-B is a Polaroid one-step 600 camera manufactured in 1982. You can't tell them
So
when
we
it was
clearly
manufactured!
know how old she is! I hate this.
SCP-105-B does not appear to have any out-of-the-ordinary physical characteristics and appears to be, for all intents and purposes, a normal Polaroid camera operating normally for all persons aside from 105.
I hate this SCP.
Okay, maybe calm down. We're blowing that bit out of proportion, I think.
I'm using exaggerative language. I just hate dumb censoring.
When SCP-105 holds a photograph taken by 105-B, the photograph changes from a still image to that of a real-time image of the location in question. 105 is also able to reach through the photograph and manipulate objects within reach of the original point at which the photograph was taken.
Oh, that's pretty cool, actually.
A person witnessing this manipulation reports seeing a disembodied female hand, determined to be that of 105, reaching out from an invisible portal and carry out the actions indicated. 105-B and the photographs taken by said camera have no unusual properties when used by any other person.
That's so cool. You know what? I'm stealing that and using that as a stand.
Nice. 105 has demonstrated limited ability to manipulate objects through other photographs, but can only achieve fine control using photographs taken through 105-B, because that's a stand, of course. So far, 105 has only been able to significantly advance her ability by using photographs taken 105-B. Appendix.
So if someone takes a photo with another camera, then she can't manipulate. It has to be from a camera she touched and used.
Well, she says she can manipulate the object through other photographs, but not as good, I guess.
Oh, right. Sorry.
So Appendix 1... Yeah, no worries.
I'm a fool.
We'll discuss this in my office after the podcast.
Oh, please.
Appendix 1, Circumstances of Acquisition. So it was brought into the Foundation's attention shortly after the murder of her boyfriend. Okay. SCP-105 claimed to be on the phone with the victim at the time of his murder, prompting her to hurry to his side. However, telephone records did not correspond to her story, making her suspect in the murderer.
Okay, so she's not so good after all.
105 informed her lawyer that she had in fact witnessed the murder through a photograph she had taken with her boyfriend several days prior. The attorney in question disregarded the story and recommended that the subject...
Okay, so not only can she interact with the photo, but it becomes like a living photo of what's going on at that moment.
Yeah, it's real time.
Interesting. That sounds like those cards in Harry Potter.
Yeah. Dumbledore.
Yeah. He has to go. He can't be there forever.
Harry's looking at the...
Was it so hard for the Wizarding World to just print a picture of Dumbledore?
Like takes a photo like, oh, you got Dr. Gears!
Hello there. It's me, Dr. Gears. This is my voice.
So, subject refused to plead guilty and subsequently told her story in court, offering to demonstrate her ability. This led to Foundation contact. Imagine the Foundation listening to this like, oh shit! Get over there quick!
Because their whole goal is people can't see this stuff, right?
It's like running over the courthouse as fast as possible.
Yeah, this is interesting because less than an SCP, this sounds more like a standard like comic book character origin story. Because, she was a normal human. She's like, I have this gift. Let me show you. It's not like a strange, anomalous thing that she doesn't know or control.
Subject was immediately contained by the Foundation. Foundation personnel retrieved 105-B from 105's home, replacing it with an identical model. and returned it to her. 105's parents were informed that she was killed during the botched escape of another patient.
Jesus!
While both were in custody of the blank psychiatric care facility.
Bit crude, don't you think? She probably doesn't want to be here.
You're not going home.
Oh my god, and look, they said she can only talk if she shows good behavior. She's basically a prisoner!
SCP. Okay, so we've got a script here. So,
Alright, who do you want to be?
well, let's see what his doctor's name is. So it's Dr. Tanho.
Okay. So I guess
He's going to have a different voice now. Because I forgot what his first one was.
Yeah, just go, Dr. Tanho.
Please give a brief personal introduction, including date and place of birth and your name.
Let me get my girl voice on.
You take your time.
Okay, my name is Iris Thompson. I was born in Phoenix, Arizona on May 12th, 4 blank.
4 BC.
4 BC!
Good. First question, when did you become aware of your abilities?
I'm not sure, but I think I was either 10 or 11. I remember because I was looking at a picture of the ocean and I noticed that the waves began moving.
How did your parents respond when you told them?
They just said that I had an overactive imagination.
When did you discover you were able to manipulate objects through a photograph?
It first happened when I was 11, 12 maybe? Why not just say not long after I found out? My family took a trip to the Grand Canyon. I looked through the photo album after we got home and brushed my hand up against one by accident. When I did, I pushed a rock over the edge, falling into the canyon. I could actually hear it clatter on the way down.
Go on.
I became fascinated with photography after that. Most of the time it didn't work with photographs I took, but my parents got me a Polaroid one-step 600 camera. I had been begging for them to get it since Christmas. SCP-105 still smiling. After I got the camera, the photos got easier to interact with. Is this a shill for Polaroid one-step 600 camera?
Absolutely. This is the camera we refer to as 105-B, your personal camera.
Yes, sir.
How many photos can you focus on at one time?
I've gotten up to 10 at once with my personal camera. Oh, so she has to continue to focus on it to see it moving. I've gotten up to 10 at once with my personal camera, but I'm sure I could do more eventually.
What is your impression of your time with the Foundation so far? 5 stars. 2 thumbs up.
Well, you made me a prisoner, you called me a monster, you told my family I was dead, and now I sit here all day and talk to you. She didn't say that, it says she remained silent. But...
Please do answer. We don't take offense at these things.
It's sort of like new prison, new war. Oh my god, such a teenager. It's more of it's the same level of prison to be at your parents' house than to be in a literal jail cell with the SCP Foundation.
I think she was in a psychiatric facility immediately prior to this. So I think,
you know what?
She's talking about that.
You're right. I totally forgot about that. Sorry. I let myself get mad at this SCP because it seems like a basic superhero story. Tanhoney's right. I forgot about that. But I know it's better than what could have happened to me.
You've been very cooperative during your time here.
I'm a pretty well-behaved sort of person, except for when I murdered my boyfriend. I also like doing the experiments. Some of those things with photographs I would have never have thought of.
Okay, but she didn't kill her boyfriend. She witnessed it with the photo.
Yeah, I know. I added that as a joke.
Do you know why I'm asking you these questions, Irish?
Why, no, sir.
It's like a Victorian child now. Irish, what year is this?
Well, I don't know because all 4 numbers are blanked out. What century is it? Tell me.
We've been setting up a special program. If it goes through, you'll be occasionally allowed to leave the site and move about in the outside world. All we ask of you in return are a few favors. Are you interested? I assume this is when Nick Fury walked in.
Oh, yeah, this is so superhero. Sorry, I feel bad about this one because, I mean, there's still some to go. I just personally don't like superhero stories. I never have. So I feel like I'm being harsh. This isn't necessarily badly written or anything. I just don't like the style of story and writing and these plots. But it's a fine SCP, and you should continue, Tan.
Okay. So Addendum 3, History of Service with Mobile Task Force Omega-7. So SCP-105 was the second humanoid SCP recruited to MTF Omega-7 under the Pandora's Box initiative. Unlike Team Able, associated with 076-2, which was assigned to strike and capture
Oh my
operations.
god, that is anime. They use the crazy powerful villain as like their hound.
Team Iris had the primary mission of reconnaissance and intelligence gathering. Team Iris carried out over 20 missions in cooperation with the Bow Commission, and these missions were carried out swiftly and without incidents. The first
I thought that said the Bowie Commission, like David Bowie.
He was part of it. The first disciplinary incident involving 105 involved the escalation of Team Iris missions from reconnaissance to wet work.
What's wet work?
That's like assassination and shit.
Damn.
SCP
blood wet.
Yeah. So SCP-105 valiantly opposed the use of her abilities to carry out assassinations, even after members of the Bow Commission repeatedly attempted to secure a cooperation. See interview log 105-21-6543.
Which is not an actual link.
No. During these events, 105 became emotionally distressed and attempted to deceive Foundation personnel into believing that her anomalous traits had disappeared. Dr. Danger submitted a report recommending that 105 be reclassified as neutralized, undergo amnestic treatment, and be released to the public with regular monitoring. This recommendation was denied. Following this, Dr. Danger aided 105 in a containment breach aiming to escape Foundation custody. This breach was unsuccessful and 105 was recontained.
Yeah, see, this is very like superhero story-y. It's very, what's the word I should say? Not Western, because that's way too broad. But you know what I mean? This seems like a movie.
Right, yeah. See Incident X45, Site 17. Investigation afterwards determined that Dr. Danger had intentionally encouraged 105 to claim loss of anomalous abilities. 105 redemonstrated her anomalous abilities in exchange for restoration of limited privileges. Following the end of the Pandora's Box initiative, all Mobile Task Force Omega-17s were disbanded, and 105 was returned to Site 17. Because of the security risk she represents and lack of current utility, 105 is presently not allowed access to 105-B. All further information regarding Omega-7 is sealed by the orders of the Records and Information Security Administration.
Hey, they popped up again.
Yeah, Director blank blank, Records and Writer.
So what's interesting to me is all these are connected, but they're written by different authors on SCP.
Yeah.
Sorry, maybe you should finish the article before I give this all together.
So Addendum 4, special note is recurrent containment status. Following incident the incident, Site 17, we're going to not go to that for the moment. This is much later on stuff. Many formal and informal reports have been made regarding 105 and a supposed connection to Mobile Task Force Alpha 9.
Why does that one sound familiar?
I'm not sure.
They all sound the same, maybe.
So, these reports constitute a serious breach of security. All information regarding Alpha 9 is restricted. All information regarding current research and anomalous characteristics of 105 is restricted. All reports or rumours regarding any current or recent use of 105 as a Foundation asset are to be considered categorically false and to be reported to Riser, Director Blank of Riser, who's a different director now, so there's quite a bit of time between those two addendums.
Right.
Okay,
so one thing I want to note before going into SCP myself, is I want to comment what I really like about the SCP Wiki and the Foundation. Mask off for a moment here. So we know that. Oh my god! So we know that this SCP and Cain/Abel were written by different people, yet they were linked together. Yeah. And in most works, rightfully so, to be fair, because intellectual property is pretty important. If you want to use someone's work, you have to get their permission. They would usually get some credit or form of profit. But in SCP, people can just link their things together without that. And I think that's important because while one might originally think, well, what if they do something with the SCP the owner didn't want? It opens up so many possibilities to create events like this without having to just remake SCPs or make knockoff versions of them. It really opens up so much more to the lore and the canon that I enjoy.
Yeah, because it's getting interconnected like a world. Yeah.
You're the 9th biggest writer on the site, and in theory, I could just write an SCP that involves one of yours, and it's not like you could tell me no.
No.
Which gives me everyone so much creative freedom.
Yeah. You make the universe, you jump in, you make a bit of it too.
Yeah, which I really love about SCP.
Okay.
So now time for the article.
Okay.
This article I don't like personally, but let me explain.
It's not the most popular article either. I just thought it was important for what we're looking at today.
Objectively, I would give it a 7 or an 8 out of 10. But aside from not liking superhero plots, one of the main things I like about SCP is the style of the narration. Is that we're given this information in the state of document-like reports, papers, and then we try to figure things out from the information given. It's not like someone's telling a story. It's like reading off information. This one, it feels like they're trying to tell it like a movie or a book. A lot of the descriptions are, rather than being parts of the document, just secondhand describing, like narrative descriptions of what happened. Like a lot of use of adjectives, a lot more subjective implication into the writing,
Right. Yeah.
which I personally am not a fan of.
Yeah.
So, like I said, objectively, I want to give credit where credit's due. I'd probably give it like a 7 out of 10, but personally, I would probably give this one like a 4 out of 10, maybe a 5 out of 10. I didn't like it that much, but I don't hate it or anything. I don't think it's bad. It's not my cup of tea.
Yeah, absolutely. Just because I have to, it's not my cup of tea either specifically. Just because it is involved with what we were looking at today.
Yeah, of course. And because of that, you were able to help me make my point about what one of the things I really love about the wiki and the community. So what's the last one for today? And will we still have time for that addendum?
Well, what we have
We're
last
already
is that addendum.
Oh, I thought there were 4 SCPs.
I'm counting this as an SCP.
Is it big?
It's like SCP length.
So Tan lied to you when he said 4, check them, 4 SCPs. See, if you had checked them, you would have seen it was actually 3 SCPs and an addendum. But you didn't check them. You took his word for it like a chump.
Make him kneel.
No.
Put the bag on his head.
Listen here, shy guy.
Mind wipe. We're going back and changing it so I said 3.
All right, let me go to... Watch him edit it over the video like he did with that thing the other day.
And here we are with the page, which is 076-2/splash.
All information regarding... Oh, you should read this, sorry.
All information regarding Project Able and Mobile Task Force Omega 7, Pandora's Box, are classified Q clearance by order of the O5 Council.
What's Q clearance, or is that another thing that only exists within this story?
I'm not sure. There's a lot of different clearance types.
How have you been here 9 years with your lack of knowledge?
Proceeding, you're acknowledging that you have clearance to view these files, and that you've received need-to-know permission from the appropriate level 4 or higher authorities. This is like serious classified.
Alright.
And then we
Oh
click.
god, this looks big.
It's not that big.
So can I get some water?
Sure.
Actually, would you give... No, you know what? Let's finish this, and then I'll get a protein shake.
Okay.
Or some milk.
We're opening with a email.
Another letter.
So from Director Maria Jones from RISA to Level 4 administrators. So the RISA update security protocol re-supplemental information re-076. File name Addendum 076-1, Project Able and Mobile Task Force Omega 7. Prior classification was just for O5s. Now it's Level 3 need to know basis. Effective date has been censored there. So, we got psychological profile of subject SCP-076-2. SCP-076-2 either possesses a mind constructed much differently than our own, or is completely insane, with little empathy or ideas in a way we would understand it. Concepts such as sex, love, and equality are completely foreign ideas to it, at least in comparison to its way of viewing them.
Oh my, I love that they mentioned equality, because that just makes me think of the anime villain that's like, you're all beneath me. The strong should rule the world.
Subject is shown that is completely disinterested in sex, barely differentiating between genders except as a form of visual identification. You know, we stan. We stan this progressive... able
0762? King shit.
You dropped your crown, King.
He's like, I know, because I don't view equality, I'm above you all.
Also, while subject is admitted greatly enjoying the act of killing, causing pain, either emotionally or physically, holds no attraction to it. In short, a perfect sociopath. I don't know if that's completely accurate to how that works, but okay.
Yeah, it sounds like it was written by a teenager.
Intelligence tests have been wildly inconclusive when applied to 076-2, and no accurate result has yet been obtained. This may be due to the alien thought processes of the subject. 076-2 has, however, shown that it has a great knowledge of human anatomy, although in a highly violent context, military tactics and open warfare.
I hate how edgy this SCP is.
Metallurgy, and strangely enough, the care of livestock.
There's no way this was written by anyone above the age of 16.
Okay, let's maybe calm down.
Sorry, I'm not trying to be mean. I'm not even saying this necessarily negative. It just gives me so many memories of when I was edgy in high school.
Subject has knowledge of several languages, including English, but most notable is its knowledge of several dialects of ancient Sumerian, which seems to be its preferred language. SCP-076 has nothing but contempt for human beings, with one exception.
Another anime villain stereotype.
Seems to hold a worried respect for those it acknowledges as its superior. This was discovered when Agent Blank, Agent Tanhony, I assume, an agent who had previously had a large amount of experience with 076-2, did not appear once it escaped. Subject seemed distressed, asking several personnel where Agent Tanhony was hiding. While it finally did learn of the fate of Agent Tanhony, killed as collateral damage in an airstrike intended to halt the advance of SCP Blank, it stopped its rampage and allowed itself to be escorted and restrained.
So anime!
You calm down.
Am I wrong?
I guess so.
I've literally seen that happen in Gurren Lagann.
Subject was...
Tan, I'm not hating on who wrote this. We're allowed to laugh at it a little, right?
Yeah, sure. The subject was then interviewed on the sudden drastic changes in its behaviour.
So much anime.
Which one do you want to be?
I want to be the doctor. You're always the doctor. I'm Dr.
Fuck.
Darnell.
I gotta be the anime guy then.
Yeah. I want the world to hear your Chuny voice. It's so good.
Let me get in character. Begin. Log.
Why are you so interested in the death of Agent Tanhony?
Fuck.
That's not ancient Sumerian.
I don't know any Sumerian. Okay, hold on.
Go to Google Translate, look up ancient Sumerian,
Yeah.
translate fuck, and get back to me.
To Sumerian. He won't let me. I don't think there is any translation here.
Why does his death bother you? You've killed many humans before. Why is he so... You were supposed to cut me off.
Different, because unlike you, fuck, he was a challenge, a real enemy.
Why would that be good for you? Every time you've awoken, you've tried to escape. He was responsible for apprehending you several times. Surely you must be glad he's dead.
I would hardly expect you to understand. Do you know he managed to shoot me in the head over 12 times? A man like that deserves to die in combat. This is something like Skullface from fucking Metal Gear.
I'm telling you, dude.
So close to his opponent he can feel his breath. Not in some fuck destruction ordered by cowardly...
All your Sumerian words untranslated. Didn't even say curse word.
Ordered by cowardly kings and princes safe in their palaces. The rest of you, spits, you disgust me. I don't even have the urge to strike you down.
Subject is silent from then on, refusing to speak or respond to end log. He's pouting right now.
I'm not talking to you.
You're not Agent Tanhony, Baka.
This indicates a possible psychological inlet into its mind and a possible control mechanism. Given the massive drain on resources 076-2 causes due to its escape attempts, and considering Bao Commission's stated desire to weaponize SCP objects for tactical purposes, I recommend that we pursue this course of action as soon as possible.
So, Dr.
Dr.
I don't want to read what I thought of, but I'm going to type it to you real quick.
Okay. What was it? I'm very glad you didn't say that.
Yeah. What I like about this SCP, I think what makes it written, is I've made fun of this thing for being anime, right?
Right.
But you can tell the author was actually a lot smarter than just someone who's really edgy, because the documentation around it, the narration, like, you know how the last one was more of a narrated movie style?
Yeah, very clinical.
The narration around it is still scientific. They're like, oh, we can use this very clear mental weakness to manipulate him. And it's not like, wow, he's so powerful. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's clear that, sure, he is anime and edgy, but it's not
the world
reflected
around
in the
him
foundation.
isn't necessarily.
Yes, exactly. Which is what I like, because I find that more clever. It makes me think the author's less edgy and young and more like playing off of a trope and working with it.
Right, yeah. Okay, so, and then from Dr. Blank 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 to Dr.
Pigeon Grime
at Project Omega 7. Blank. You said yes.
Thank you! I had to read more words knowing who this was from and to than the message was.
Okay, so we have our project proposal. Mobile Task Force Omega 7, Pandora's Box.
Ooh.
Mission statement, support of 076-2 able in the field in high-risk tactical situations. So Task Force Organization, Task Force Special Asset able, Task Force Leader blank blank. That's a long last name. 10 to 20 field agents divided into 5 teams of 3 to 5 each. Members of the team are to be personally selected from elite field agent by Subject Able himself in order to maintain a smooth relationship between the artifact and the mundane elements of the task force. Security protocol. 076-2 is to wear a device attached to the neck that, if triggered or tampered with, will immediately detonate, terminating it by way of complete destruction of the spinal cord, trachea, and all major blood vessels in the neck. So that's it, huh? We're some kind of suicide squad.
That's what I was thinking.
A tracking device has also been attached to 076-2's person. Who would you put on the SCP suicide squad?
Definitely the lizard.
Yeah, definitely.
I would probably Abel, obviously. He's already on it. I think another good one might be the teddy bear as like the comedy relief character. Who else would you put on? Maybe 173?
Yeah, he's like
he would be the captain of the squad. He would be like the squad leader, and they all follow him.
He's the veteran.
Yeah, he's like, I've been doing this for years. Actually, I do like to think, you know those like Golden Heritage SCPs? That they're all a part of a squad? The stairwell is like the brains behind the operation.
Okay, so it is to refrain from killing unless ordered to do so, and is to avoid causing damage to the organization's facilities. Armament and equipment. Team members are to be armed and equipped in accordance with MTF doctrine. As Subject Able has shown no inclination to use firearms.
Wait, where are we at again? Oh, I found it. Never mind.
Or, in fact, no understanding of their use or tactical implications. He is then to be armed with one or more edged melee weapons of his choice. It's like, not a gun, like, the fuck is this, I think?
I don't need a gun. I only trust in the weight of my fists.
They think it's because he's old, but he's just stupid. He doesn't get it. He's, like, looking all sad at it.
It's like, I don't know. Only a true warrior could use this.
Addendum.
Like Agent Tanhony.
Yeah. For God's sake, Blank, find these guys something to do. Abel's getting bored and he started putting his team through live fire exercises. They get bullets, he gets training weapons. Have you ever seen someone break a man's jaw using a Nerf sword? He's not going to stop until someone gets killed.
Oh, so Abel is capable of thought and like, you know, working with people.
Yeah.
The way he was described in the original article, it seemed more like a mummy in that it like didn't talk and just only had the intent to kill or run.
Right, yeah.
And remember, they described it as soon as he's in a human's range, he will not stop until he kills them. But in here, he's like playing around with them.
Smart boy.
It's very weird.
Also doesn't know how to use a gun. So, a report by Dr. Phoenix Grain, Project Omega 7. His name does change every fucking time we say it. In light of 076-2's proficient use of the Sumerian language, researchers have asked it to translate several documents. While it originally replied with disinterest, it has translated some of the documents it found worthy of its attention. Most of the documents chosen about were regarding battles or legendary heroes. One of its favourites in particular being the Epic of Gilgamesh.
This is literally a Fate character.
However, one researcher presented it with a symbol from 073. Upon sight of this, 076-2 became highly enraged, killing several of the researchers before its kill switch could be activated. When revived and questioned about this, it responded aggressively, and that line of questioning was immediately dropped. It is recommended anything pertaining to 073 never be brought into the attention of 076-2, and that the two are never to be in the same facility.
I think it's funny to me that we know that he hates him because Cain murdered him, right? But yet he holds respect for the agent that kills him 12 times instead of respecting his brother as being superior.
I get the first time, I guess.
I also like that the younger brother's Chuny while Cain is like pretty normal.
He's like grown out of it.
Yeah,
He
Cain's
gets
like
embarrassed.
Cain was like, "Oh, I have a job. Sure, I don't mind helping you." Also, you know what's really funny to me is that they're at the same facility.
I don't think so.
Yeah, they're not at the same site 17?
No.
Oh, never mind then.
Okay, so Addendum 07607. Recently, 105 has been accepted into Mobile Task Force Omega 7, having beaten 076-2 in a contest to see which of the two could activate several devices, each spaced over a mile away from each other and the starting point. 105 managed to score significantly higher than 076-2 by using her inherent abilities to her advantage. 076-2 succeeded defeat and allowed her entry into the group. So I guess to get in, you got.
Oh my god, literally like a superhero show. She had to like beat him to get his approval.
But he's like an angry man. So, Addendum 07609, proposed introduction of 076-2 to 682 put on indefinite hold. Those with
we talked about him in the Suicide Squad.
I guess that's been nixed.
Damn.
Those with security clearance level 4 or higher may request access to contingency 076-2 number 3. Never a good sign if you have at least 3 contingencies for a guy.
Yeah.
So, Addendum 076-23, per the request of the Bow Commission, Mobile Task Force Omega-7 is to be fielded in the blank region of blank against data expunged. So, from Dr. Blank to Dr.
Something Grime.
Phineas Grime.
Yeah.
Project
I
Omega-7.
said something earlier. Whatever.
Don't do it, piss. Like, for God's sake, don't do it. It's bad enough that they're trying to weaponize Iris too. Don't let the military bully us into doing their dirty work against some sand farmers in blank.
Oh, so they want to drop this in Iraq, I'm guessing.
Like, somewhere, I guess.
I mean, it's very obvious what they're talking about.
Yes. So, from General Blank Bow, so this is Mr. Bow Commission, I guess.
Oh, you know what's interesting? This guy mentions that's bad enough they're trying to weaponize Iris. This might be the same doctor that tried to help her escape.
Maybe, yeah.
They told her to fake her power thing.
That'd be interesting. So,
Yeah, I would love to read a tale about this team.
Excellent
Keep that in
work.
mind for the next tale episode.
Yeah, maybe. So, excellent work, Doctor. The mission went exactly as expected. We'll be calling you again if we need your help. General Blank Bow. Blank.
It's always the general character.
From Dr. Blah Blah Blank to Dr. Peter Goldfish. Project Omega-7.
Why would they include these emails in this document?
I hope you're fucking proud of yourself, motherfucker. Hello, .jpg. Because you're a bigger asshole than this guy. So, immediately afterwards, as of this moment, Dr. Blank 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 has been reassigned to SCP-682 as Level 1 personnel.
The guy put him on S682 as a punishment.
No!
No, look, it's the same guy he just said, I hope you're proud of yourself, you're an asshole. And he's like, yeah, I'm putting him on 682.
I know. Then data expunged for a bit. So from Dr. Philistine Grail, Project Omega-7 to General Bow. Subject, problems. Data expunged. Despite our best efforts, subject able is proving difficult to control. All our attempts to keep him engaged have more or less been successful. The problem is, he's a perfect killing machine and that's all he wants to do. Which seems like exactly what we wanted, but the problem is we can't seem to turn him off. Data expunged. I'm running out of missions to give him, and the ones I've got left aren't engaging him mentally. He's starting to lash out at the other team members. It's only a matter of time before something goes wrong. Requesting permission to discontinue the project and neutralize Able temporarily until we can find something more for him to do. From General Bow to Doctor Re-problems. Unacceptable. Neutralize the subject Able at this point is going to cause us an unacceptable delay.
Oh, because he can take up to 25 years.
We'll have another mission for you within a couple of weeks. All you have to do is keep him busy till then. Send him on a vacation or something.
Oh, clearly he doesn't know what Able does.
Yeah, he's just like the clueless guy. From Doctor to all staff, subject alert. This is an automated alert. 076-2 has disabled the explosive collar failsafe and gone out of control. All staff to high alert. Further requests as events warrants. From Automated Defense System, Containment Area 25 to all sites. Subject final option engaged. This is an automated message, do not reply.
Oh god, they had the nuke.
As a blank, 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 blank. Containment Area 25 has engaged its on-site nuclear warhead on 10-minute countdown.
They had to nuke their own base to get him.
Or from O5 Command to all sites. As of blah 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 blank, Containment Area 25 is destroyed by detonation of its on-site nuclear warhead. Sites 67 and 68 are to activate the FEMA protocol and secure the location as soon as possible. Official cover story will released by Razor to all personnel once drafted. So, yeah, we fucked up. So,
Yep.
And then we have revised psychological profile of subject 076-2. It either possesses a mind constructed much differently than our own, or is completely insane, with little empathy or ideas in ways we would understand it.
Yeah, that part we've already read the first paragraph,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, so the first paragraph is the same. Intelligence tests have been wildly inconclusive when applied to 076-2, and no accurate result has yet been obtained. This is due to the fact that no communication is possible with the subject when in its rage state. The subject displays knowledge of several languages, including English, but most notable is its knowledge of several dialects of ancient Sumerian, which seems to be its preferred language. SCP-076 has nothing but contempt for human beings and will kill them on sight. No communication has been attempted with the subject.
You know what I really want someone to write about, and I'm surprised hasn't been written about? Because we know this guy's kind of anime, right?
Right.
And we know that he can cooperate with people, but he's like pretty like headstrong.
Right.
And he's always angry. Why don't they try introducing 999 to this guy? Maybe he's like the cute, like, anime sidekick pet that calms down the hothead.
Like
Just
his
gets
hug.
He's about to kill everyone. He's like, "Oh, there you are, 999. Who's a good boy?"
And he just gets pacified that way.
Yeah,
Please write that story, Tan.
maybe.
I'm begging you as my writer friend. For but a crumb of fun.
Yeah, so what do you... So we've gone through the saga of Mobile Task Force Omega 7.
I honestly am digging this. And you know what? I want to make an amend.
Mm-hmm.
I think all of these articles are a little bit stronger connected.
Right.
So I want to bump the girl up from, what did I give her, a 5 out of 10 to like a 6 out of 10.
Generous.
And I also want to bump this guy from like a 9 to a 9.5. I just really... Because in the first article... And, you know, I talked about this is what I like, is that was cold scientific. They talked about how he always got in a rage state, and he was more like just a creature. But in this one, he had human interactions. He can be reasoned with to an extent, etc. It's interesting. It's fun. I like it because it's an addendum and not an SCP, I think.
Right.
Yeah, I like this day. This was a good day. You did good, kid.
Thanks. Thank
Now,
you.
right.
Thanks
Now,
so much.
I would like to say to our audience, thank you. Sorry I interrupted a lot today. That's me.
No worries. Oh, did you hear it? That was our audience. Don't worry about it, Darnell. We love you.
Oh, thanks, guys. You're all so kind.
Well, if that is... And we have nothing else to say, I think that is it for our Today Podcast World.
Yeah. And you guys know where to find us on Twitter by now, at Anthony Shacklet and at Culver Curtis.
Yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Interesting, kid.
Don't forget or I'll find out.